Hey, you're watching Fat Man, you dingus. Whatever he said.
My name is Anthony. I'm going to be serving this evening. Can I get the table started with sparkling water? Do we prefer still?
I used to drink sparkling, but I'll have still now.
Still?
Yeah.
Why don't you drink sparkling anymore?
We'll get into that. Yes, she's an OnlyFans girl, but you are pathetic and a loser if you sign up for it. Porn is the worst thing for you. And it's like kind of ironic that people are so upset about that.
Pathetic and a loser.
You're an absolute pathetic loser if you sign up for OnlyFans.
But what if I got all the money in the world and I just want to support and throw money at her? What if I'm not a pathetic loser? What if I make tons and tons of good investments? What if I have retirement money for years and decades ahead? What if I just got it? Like,
Now that you just offended me and what I do, like...
No, it is what it is. Your profession is demonic. It's just you have a satanic profession. And
satanic is wrong because I
satanic.
praise God. I praise God. I have a good relationship with God.
That's good.
And I will repent for my sins,
But your profession is satanic, and you're destroying lives actively. So, chat, just don't do it.
Why do you, like, you think that's the best thing for me, really? Like, to convert and
you should
stop
quit.
doing OnlyFans?
You should quit, yeah.
See, when you ask me that question,
It's
my
not a question.
mind...
I'm saying.
it is a question. You should quit is basically putting it as a question. Even though she's not going to. That's her business. Look, I think prostitutes are real sex workers because they're actually having physical sex. Cam girls, the illusion of sex. Strippers, the illusion of sex. Some strippers will fuck you, but that's depending on how big the bag is. So that's a 50-50 on that. But like I said before, the illusion of sex. She's not having real sex. She's just cam fucking and calling it a day. There's no physical sexual activity going into it. Yeah, well, she's playing with her vagina and there's a guy fucking her, but that's still the illusion of sex because, yeah, you're not doing it. That's it. You know what I mean? That's not sex work. It's illusion of sex work.
And you should quit.
Okay, when you say that to me, that makes my mind run on into... Why would he not want what's best for me? Because you know anybody who does OnlyFans...
It's saving your soul. It's gonna.
How do you know that? How do you know it's saving your soul? Coming from Sneako, the man that cares about working out, perfectly fine. But then he prides himself into that. He prides himself into knowing more than other people. He tells other people who they are and what they stand for sometimes and disrespects them. He also cares about greed and having lots and lots of sex. So we have pride... We have envy, we have fucking lust, and we have greed. So we have 4 sins on the fucking chopping block. It's crazy. Greed for being rich and trying to get more money, and lust for having sex with so many women, which is kind of like that, and his so-called harem that he wants to build up because he's now Muslim. Yeah, that's very intelligent of you, my guy. Are you for real? Like, does that make sense? Okay. I'm just letting you know, it's fucking crazy.
Get you into Jana.
It's the best business option for any girl right now.
Can you take that money with you when you die?
That's not the point. The point is to live now for the moment to get the money to make sure my life is good. If you live your life with 0 fucking regrets and you meet God at the end, your maker will judge you. I live on this planet, and I've said this a bunch of times. I'm not going to be judged by those who are not worthy to judge me. Who is you to judge me? You're not chosen by God. You are not God's warrior. You are not descendant from heaven. You ain't God himself. So when I go and my time comes, the big man upstairs will judge me. That's what I believe. The world can judge you if you want. That's fine. But what's that going to do for you? Nothing.
No.
So hopefully that's the best thing you can do is make it into heaven, make it into Jannah.
I want to go to heaven.
I would like to see you there.
I don't want to go to hell.
I would like to see you there.
Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to go to hell. Nobody wants to admit their mistakes. Nobody wants to... What the fuck is with everybody? Admit that you're wrong. Admit that you might fail. Admit that everything and anything can just happen. Life is unpredictable. But the moment you realize that is the moment we all start moving forward.
The quickest way to get there is quitting.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You think you know that because it's written here, but that's not written by God.
I know the truth hurts, but
like, I just feel like...
Be careful, though. The waiters are making a scene. Do you want to go to the bathroom for a second? I have a couple things to talk about. You can come up. I don't want to make you upset right now.
But then why would you push? Well, if you don't want to make her upset, why are you pushing the conversation? Why are you fucking with her like that, nigga?
I'm going to go take a deep breath.
Okay.
You do your thing.
Turn this off for a sec.
And losers need attention to sell their stream. And none of them have any talent. None of them are insightful. None of them have any wisdom or life experience. None of them have anything to teach you. Birds of a feather flock together. So my answer is, in this attention economy, unfortunately, on the race to the bottom, while everyone does more and more stupid things to get views, I don't think I am ever going to be surprised by how low they will sink. And if hanging around with an OnlyFans girl is going to get them some attention on the internet, they're going to do it. Same as they're going to do anything else to get some attention on the internet, like degrade themselves endlessly, scream at a camera, be clowns, be morons, sip lean, whatever crap they do to get views, that's what they're going to do.
Okay. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to attack back or to insult back. Obviously, I agree with a lot of the message. Apparently, have some disagreements with the messenger. But, you know, I resonate with a lot of what he says. Do I think it makes sense to go insulting, you know, name-calling, and...
You just did that to her. You just named call and you just disrespected this girl's audience and basically saying that she's a succubus or a demon or really fucked up for being this type of person, or she's gonna go to hell. You just kind of did all that pointing the finger to the girl next to you, nigga. Like, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? What Andrew Tate just did was call y'all niggas out. Aiden Ross, Sneako, anybody else looking for attention the way they have to, right? People not doing anything to teach others, to push others, to be in the fucking realm of that shit. Because that's who he is. He's the man that's going to push y'all niggas to do something about it. Because you know you're not going to. Simple as that. But regardless, you just insulted someone next to you. And he just insulted all of you niggas. So the fact that you didn't even like, oh, you're going to agree with him, which is suck his dick. Crazy.
Belittling the work that I do? No.
You just belittled the work that someone else does to put in some cash to live her life, nigga. You just did that. What the fuck hypocritical shit am I watching? Am I watching hippie, crippy, tippy? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Does that make me want to go and criticize or maybe call out hypocrisy? Yes, but...
So call yourself out for the hypocrisy you just did right next to you.
I think there's something more important right now, especially when, like, we're both getting attacked. Me and Andrew are both getting blamed for manipulating the youth. That's what they're saying, to turn them into misogynists and homophobes and all this garbage. They're blaming murders. Like, they're saying that what happened in England today is our fault. So I think that there's much more.
The murder that happened in England is not either one of these guys' faults. I'm not going to throw that on anybody. I'm not going to put that on their heads because that's not them, right? They don't control people the way we want them to believe. He does have influence. Sneako does have influence. We just seen kids. Now, a 15-year-old who's in his teens and who doesn't separate himself from the internet cannot fathom the real world that's not the net, right? Kids are being handed a phone so fucking early. This is all they know. And the fact that parents are the ones to blame and Sneako is also the one to watch what he says. Andrew Tate told this nigga before, work within the system, not against it. Watch what you say and push the narrative differently and approach it from a different perspective. This man, I'm not going to blame him or Tate for the murder of somebody else. Because Andrew Tate did just come out and say we should hang that motherfucker and hang other people. Because obviously he doesn't stand for that because he has kids. Andrew Tate has like 2-3 wives and he has like 4 kids. Like the guy has children. So let's stop playing this game.
More important things. We got to keep pushing this specific message and what we believe in. I think people on this side, we agree on so much that it doesn't make sense to go and pick fights with one another and have beef with one another. Which actually, like, hearing that, I was surprised. It's like right now, out of all times, you're seeing that both of us are being blamed for...
I like how he does this. He's going to group both of them in the same category, in the same fucking light, just to try to win favor, to be like, we're both being attacked for something. No, stupid. You're being attacked for doing stupid shit and saying stupid shit and not changing the way you move. He's being attacked because, well, that's the way that nigga moves because he said some stupid shit, done some stupid shit, and he might be a sex trafficker. Allegedly, we don't know yet. So... when it comes down to the back and forth nature, don't put yourselves in the same category when you just said the red pill is dead, the red pill is dying, there's nothing left here, because what is left in the red pill? Is it the conversations, the arguments, things that you can break down mentally and understand? Come on, my guy, live your life before you start basing it around an ideal.
Murder. I don't want to keep dividing because there's a lot of ego at play that I noticed in the red pill space, and that's why I wanted to gravitate away towards that and do more IRL streams, go outside more, and diversify the type of content instead of just like, screaming and yelling at the camera, interacting with more people, going to more different places, training in more different gyms, learning from more people, meeting up with different Islamic scholars and doing more street dawah, trying to do more and trying to put myself out there more in the real world instead of just being a person screaming at the camera, because it gets repetitive, and like that when your ego gets at play and people think, oh, this is my talking point, this is my space, you don't belong in this space, which I've heard a lot of since joining this. It's like, I guess I don't belong here because I think that we should be on the same team. The other side can't even decide what age a child should be able to cut off their genitals, and I don't support any of that. And if we can disagree that much, it's genuinely a culture war going on.
I don't know, man. I can agree or disagree maybe, right? A kid don't know who they are until the older they get, and then they're like, okay, I knew who I was, but I'm glad I got a chance to live my life. That's perfectly fine. When it comes down to it, is there a culture war? Technically, no. There's people's ideas going back and forth. There's your idea, my idea, Tate's idea is different from your idea, and somebody else's ideal of a life that's going back and forth, right? If you believe in your religious cultural background to my religious cultural background to anybody else's background, then those are the only things that are still at fight. You Googled it. There's so many religions out there. You can't count them on your fingers. So I say this to be more transparent. Sneako is trying to get the favor of Tate and also just let other people know, like, chill the fuck out. And he wants to live a little more, right? That's fine. I want to live a little more. I want to have a little more fun. I don't want to be at my desk arguing, debating, doing all that shit back and forth because it's too much. I respect it. But you gotta say it in a better way, my guy.
It's a spiritual warfare, and most of the people in the red pill, the right-wing space are all on a similar side, and I think we should work together. So I'm going to leave it all alone. Excuse me, sir. How you doing? Do you by any chance, a guy named Andrew Tate? What do you think?
I don't know much about him.
Okay.
Is he the guy that's in Romania with like some girls or some mix-up like that?
He's a guy that preaches about masculinity and tells guys to work extremely hard and to be the best version of themselves. That's his major message. Yeah. I was just wondering. We were just talking about him. You can order. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Okay, can you turn the TTS on?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be real with you, and to be real, my best self, right? I don't give a fuck. I like to step into these with the best conversation, best known to man. You are Sneako. Imagine you are in Sneako's place. You have all this money, you got all these chicks, and you still seem to not be satisfied with your life, right? You're living life now. Like you said, fuck sitting at a computer all day. I'm going to live my life. Right outside that door is reality. If you can get outside that bitch, you can live your life. I respect it. Now, because Sneako's been told that he has a clutch on the youth that's dangerous, and the fact that some kids just said kill gays or hurt trans people in the last video I made, you got to really look at it from perspective and say, well, bro, you may preach this, but somehow these kids found this in your message. That's not them, nigga. That's you. So make that make sense. Andrew Tate, if he preaches about men doing better, men being the best that they can be, why was he the guy sitting at a desk with him and his brother and a whole bunch of other dudes stealing money from other guys, desperate, lonely, trying to get some companionship, maybe get some game, maybe beat their meats, maybe get that post-nut clarity? Why was he stealing money from men out there that were talking to women, but it wasn't them, right? Now, other guys are doing that differently now, thanks to OnlyFans, but the fact that he did it in the way he's like, I did it first, and he's taking credit for all that. The man that stole money from other men, that took it from other men and shitted on other men, now wants to uplift those same men. Hypocrisy, nigga. Hypocrisy at its fucking best. Now, you probably don't care about this. You probably tuned out a long time ago. But the fact that you just insulted someone next to you and Andrew Tate did the same thing, hypocrisy is huge. And the fact that you should have said, I disagree with him 100%. But I did what I did and I said my truth. At least Sneako came out and said, well, I was screaming at a camera and, the red pill shit is dead. He was honest. That's okay to be honest. Now, Tate don't agree with that honesty, but that's Sneako's honesty from his world. He was screaming at a camera. He was making crazy content. He was talking about wake the fuck up. He was doing all of that shit. That's his honesty. And now what can he do? Travel the world, work out, train with people, and live his life and maybe, just maybe, change his perspective on life. And Andrew Tate is going to be like, fuck this lean drinking nigga. Fuck this nigga. None of these niggas is my friends. They just bitches. Fine. Now what? Do we still have to listen to Andrew Tate? Do we still have to care about what he says? Do we still have to march to the beat of this nigga's drum? No. I only knew about Tate because I was watching Sneako. I only knew about Fresh and Fit because of Sneako. That's when his channel was on. That's when he was there. Now, I don't see Fresh and Fit in my fucking comments or in my YouTube shorts or any of that. In none of the videos I watch. I don't see Fresh and Fit. I don't see Andrew Tate pop up a lot anymore. Why? Because niggas is irrelevant. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Sneako should never insulted the girl? Do you think he's playing straight up hypocrite? My pants keep falling because they're not tight. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, be notified. For me to you, remember to never give up, never surrender, keep it riding. Peace. And I'm out. Fucking hypocrite ass nigga. Get back in the chair, cuck boy. Back in the chair.
Shit.
Getting on drum.
When's the last time?
You little niggas gonna stop acting like my shit ain't the grill.
When's the last
Some of
time?
you niggas get your front teeth for grills. And I ain't talking about the contract.
Ain't loving these fake hoes. Room smelling like 8 switches. Room service like 2K. NBA, I'm ballin', nigga. All them niggas falling like all them niggas. Talking shit, I saw them niggas. Now they daughter want a picture. Rough, ain't it? Fuck famous.
Yeah, man.
Niggas too real, got the most haters. Wrote a story so Stephen Curry. How it feel to be golden.